Hey guys, welcome back. Today we got a little something different. We've got both our 55 series tractors in the shop here. Got our 755 here. This one we've had for about 20 years. It's time for its yearly service. So we're going to do an oil change and grease on it. And since I got this a few months ago, it only had 40 hours on it, but it was 10-year-old oil. And I've been using it a couple hours. So we're going to change the oil on both of them. So we're going to do that right after this. Let's start by comparing the two tractors. Obviously, they're both diesels. This is a 755. It has a block heater on this side of the tractor, while the 855 has the block heater on the other. And one big difference with this one, it has glow plugs, while the 855, it has intake warmer right by the throttle body. They both have oil fills in the same position. And the injector pump layout is very similar. Like I said, the 855 has the block heater on this side, and the 855 is physically a little bit longer, being bigger displacement. So let's do the oil change. As long as I don't drop oil all over the camera, this should go fine. 19mm wrench. That wasn't even that tight. Sticky though. There we go. Didn't make too much of a mess yet. This drain plug uses a rubber gasket. I'm just going to reuse the same gasket. It looks pretty good to me. There's a new filter and the number. Let's see if it's the same number. 1002. Oh, it's a different number. M801 1002. So what they gave me at the dealer. Let's see if it looks the same. If you look it up in the parts number online, this is what comes up. Looks the same. Seems to have a little bit bigger gasket. Just hand tight. Well, it fits. Looks like the right size. Right, let's pull up the oil now. Well, this holds 4 liters. I didn't actually check the capacity, but I'm pretty sure it'd be pretty close. So you need more. Okay, she's up just over full. We'll start it up. When it fills the filter, should be good. And we'll check it. Our light went out. That's the main thing. That needs just a bit. Perfect. Okay, if you watched in the last couple videos, I put a new fill filter in it already, but the air filter was quite dirty, so let's do that next. Doesn't feel right. Supposed to be the right filter. Well, I was going to change the air filter in the 855, but this is the one they sent me. It says on the instructions that it's good for the 755 and the 855, but obviously it doesn't fit. But maybe it'll fit the 755. But I definitely have to get another one of those. Well, one goes in until I get another one. Well, that was a waste of effort. Let's see if that filter fits this guy. Well, it fits the 755 anyways. I changed the inner filter last year, so that should be good. You don't change that often. Gasket. I wonder if certain years both tractors use the same filter. Different filter housing, obviously. This one doesn't have dust trap. So 755 is the same deal. Basically the same paint spot, except this hose is in the way a little bit. This one's awful dusty from being on mower duty. Okay, on this, I just put a new O-ring on it, and that's worked for me. Okay, do the filter. Now the oil filter on this guy's smaller. I think my wrench was low enough. No, that don't go small enough. There we go. That works. Here's the new one. Bald one. Put some oil on the surface. Clean this one off. There. With the oil. Now both these tractors have two different oil fill locations. There's one under there on this one, and one there just like the other one. I just find it's easier to use that one. All right, let's try that. Yeah, it looks good already. This one takes a little bit less. See how dirty it is already? That's fresh oil and it's already dirty. Okay, on the 855, I changed the fill filter in the winter when I first got it. I'm going to change the fill filter on this right now. There's the filter. I almost forgot. There's a little spring. A little spring goes in there. Oh, the top of the other filter is still up there. Ha. Hey, that. Wipe this out. Have a new O-ring here. Don't forget, got to put that spring back in there. Where's my O-ring? There it is. Okay. Bleed it. There. Okay, let's see if that does it. Okay, grease now. So as far as greasing, both tractors are the same. There's a grease fitting right there, one on each side. Get the light down here. There's one right here on the hydrostatic pedal. You'll have to slide those two hose clamps off and that off. There's a U-joint inside there. As well, same thing at this end, there's a U-joint inside here. You have your 4 tie rod ends, the 2 on the end of the cylinder and 1 on each end of the steering knuckles to get at. There's grease fittings on the pedals. One there and one there, and same on the other side. And plus, you can see it from here. Like I said, there were the grease fittings for the front axle on the tie rod ends. And there's also one up, I don't know if you can see it, right there, at the front of the axle. And that's the pivot for the front axle. They make it really nice together. There's a picture of the U-joint at the transmission, and I've removed the sleeve. Just loosen off the hose clamp, slide it back. You have to do that at both ends to get both U-joints. Last but not least, there's a U-joint in here. Take the floorboard off, it's the easiest way to get at it. And there's a U-joint on the one end of that drive shaft, and that's it for greasing. This is your front differential. Right up to the money. Now, if ever you drain this and you're going to fill it back up again, back in here, let me get the light around. Inside there, you'll see a little plug. Right there is a plug. And you'll have to open those up when you fill it up again to make sure the oil comes out and gets in there. Otherwise, it'll be air trapped. So we'll check the transmission fluid. That's right up, perfect. We've changed this one 3 times this spring. I want to do it again. And the rad, this thing will be the rad. Lots in there. I'm gonna flush both tractors this fall and put new antifreeze in them. They're probably due. And that's pretty well it. Hey guys, it's a couple of days later now. Got the loader back on the 855 here, and we had a couple of problems with the filters. Wasn't sure if I was getting the right ones. This was the filter that was on here. The oil filter was M801002, and the new filter was M806419, and I wasn't sure, so I checked back. This was the proper filter 10 years ago when this thing was last serviced, and it's been updated to this one, so I did have the right filter. And I had a shorter filter. It appears the 755 and the 855, certain models came with 2-stage air filters. This one was an option. This one didn't have it. So it takes this filter, and it's number AM102746. So now I've got the right one. This is the first time I've serviced this tractor, so I didn't know what the filter numbers were. And now I'll write it down, and we should be good to go. Thank you very much for watching today. Hope you liked it. Next week, we're going to put the backhoe on this baby, get it going, and that'll be the last step in restoring this, and then we'll put it to work. So, hey, we're almost at 500 subscribers. Just a few more to go. So if you could subscribe, it would really help me out. Thank you very much for watching. We'll catch you next time.